Oh, dude, I saw this video. Warning, this is sad, bro. This is sad, but maybe a good story time. Says, imagine catching on video the day your father walked out on you forever.
Porque él es el casado. Bye. Adiós, gatito. Está llorando porque se fue su papá.
Dude, once again, I will not understand how a parent could walk out on their fucking daughter or son. And yeah, imagine this shit being recorded, dude. Well, she came out with the whole story time.
My beautiful mom. The golden question. Why did my beautiful mother allow us to live with my grandmother, knowing that my grandmother, was a pedo?
Okay, hold on. That was, oh shit, the grandma was a pedo? Wait, did the mom know? Because if y'all didn't get the video or don't speak Spanish, mom said, oh, he's leaving because he's married. He's a married man. So I was reading through the comments. Apparently, the mom did not know he was married. The guy lied to her mom. Her dad lied to her mom that he was married and had a whole ass other, family over there. That's what I got from the comments.
The golden question. Why did my beautiful mother allow us to live with my grandmother, knowing that my grandmother, was a pedophile?
What the fuck?
I'm going to tell you why. But I'm not going to tell you why in just one video. This is multiple videos because there's a lot to why.
I know.
To recap, my mother, right here, was SA'd by my grandmother. So already, she had manipulation and control. And my grandmother did that from baby age, or toddler age, I believe, until my mother got to the United States, and my grandmother was in fear that if she did anything to my mother while in the United States, that she would have to go to actual jail. So that's when the SA finally stopped. And some people might say, well, why did it go on for so long? She was 21, she was an adult, she could have done anything, but she couldn't have. Because she was wired in her brain to be taught that that was normal. And that if she fought back, the devil was going to get her. Because religious control was very prominent. She worked at La Carreta in Miami International Airport.
Oh.
And she worked the night shifts. I have memories of going to work with her on some night shifts and sleeping on the booths in my school uniform so that the next morning we would be dropped off straight at school.
That's a hustler right there, bro. Hustler.
And my mom would go home to sleep. She would only sleep for a little bit because she wanted to make sure she was at every school event. And she'd be on the Parent-Teacher Association, and she would be around the school always helping out because she didn't want anyone to abuse us. And I was already taught to be careful with my grandmother. So not only was she psychologically and emotionally manipulated, she was also financially manipulated. Anywhere my mom went, my grandmother was there. This is my mom doing groceries. My grandmother's there because my grandmother managed the budget.
Oh, hell no. Fuck your grandma. Disrespectfully, dude.
Grandmother would dictate to my mom what it is that my mom could or could not buy and what was available in the budget. My mom worked so hard to always take us to fun places. She always wanted us to have good memories. And typically we got to those places by bus because we didn't have money for a car. And she always worked super hard to make sure that Christmas was a blast. So this day, Christmas is my favorite holiday because of my mom's joy for it and just how magical she would make Christmas. That's still something that
Shout out, Moms.
I remember. And for a long time, Christmas was a very sad holiday because it just reminded me of her. And now that I have kids, I'm trying to make that a positive holiday. Constantly working.
Yeah, man. Shout out, Moms.
My mom was in and out of the hospital for as long as I can remember. Maybe starting in like 2006. I must have been in 8th grade when she started going to the hospital more consistently. Her diabetes was very uncontrolled because she did not have insulin to be able to manage her diabetes. And so her health was very dysregulated. A lot of my memories are just me going to visit my mom at the hospital. No matter how tired she was, my mom would yank off the IV things, yank off everything, and she would walk out of the hospital. So this is her on Christmas in 2008 Christmas. She's sleeping on the couch, exhausted, because she should have been in the hospital. She didn't want to miss Christmas. She wanted to be there. And so she took everything off and came. There were times where my mom would be in the hospital for so long that when she would come back, we would throw her a welcome back party. She got gangrene on her toes, which led to, I believe it was 3 toe amputations.
Wait, what is gangrene? The death of body tissue caused by a loss of blood supply or severe bacterial infection. Fuck.
Lost her job, which put myself and my sister in the position to be the breadwinners in a family at the age of 17. And so at 17, I started working full time to pay the bills, to pay the family bills, because nobody else was working. My grandmother also, I don't remember, but I don't think she was working at that time either. So it was up to my sister and I and Section 8 housing and food stamps to maintain a household. My mom was in and out of the hospital.
Wait. This was.
He was always such a show off. And like maybe he's just doing it for fun there because
Yo, hold on. Is she streaming this shit? This is actually good tea right here. This is good shit to stream.
he's with his girlfriend, but he's just such a narcissist and such a show off that it just bothers me to see it. My mom is so cute though. It's like January, that it's Thursday, that she has the day off. My mom's like reporting, which is funny because my sister does that too in some clips that I've seen.
It's about to be a big reunion, yeah.
My mom is so cute though.
Alright, man. Let me go to this part 4.
Her health just continued to deteriorate. She had a triple bypass heart surgery when she was 50, and the hospital used too much anesthesia, which resulted in her being in a 3-month coma.
Fuck.
And for those 3 months, my sister and I would just go visit my mom. But the thing is that...
Dude, imagine them giving you hella anesthesia and you don't fucking wake up. Oh my god, why the fuck am I thinking about that now, bro?
The hospital was doing a terrible job at taking care of my mother. So my sister and I made a decision that my sister would work day shift since her job was paying more, and I would work night shift. So I became a waitress, and I worked night shift. My sister worked day shift. And during the day, I would be in the hospital taking care of my mom. And at night, my sister would be in the hospital taking care of
Yo, shout out daughters, man. Y'all real ones, for real. That's literally, damn, the definition of hardworking daughters, man.
my mom. And so we flipped like that often so that one person could be there taking care of my mom while she was in a coma because the hospital wasn't doing so. So she wakes up from the coma. She has to learn how to eat again. She has to learn how to walk again. She has to learn how to be a human again. Basically, my sister and I are guiding a baby.
Whoa. I heard some growling. Somebody hungry next to you?
Because it's basically like having a baby. You have to teach that person everything. She had to learn how to speak again. She had the trachea hole for a while where you have to like cover it to speak. But she survived that. And we thought the worst is over. Her health just continued to deteriorate. She had a triple bypass heart surgery.
Damn. So it reminds you of that one girl we listened to where it's one bad thing after another. Yeah, dude, was that what's her name? We never got an update on her. Damn, what was her name, bro? Her dad cheated on her mom with one of her cousins, right? Yeah, we never got an update. Maybe after this, I'll see if there's an update.
May of 2016, my mom goes to the hospital. She has chest pain. She says, I had triple bypass surgery, open heart surgery. I have some chest pain. And this is like one of the many surgeries my mom had. Because I was working so much, I was delayed in graduation by a whole year. I was mentally exhausted of having a full-time job and going to school full-time. And I would...
Bro, she had a full-time job, taking care of her mom. She had to go to fucking school full-time. Yeah, man. Sometimes nos quejamos de la vida, man, but we don't realize how lucky we fucking have it, dude. Like, some people wish to be in our fucking shoes, dude. So always remember, be grateful for what you have.
argue with my mom often when I would visit her, because I would tell her, had you just taken care of your health, you wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have to have a full-time job. I could be a college student and enjoy the college experience if you would just take care of yourself. But she didn't know how to, because nobody ever taught her how to take care of herself, and the person who was supposed to teach her how to take care of herself abused her. I go to visit her. My mom starts complaining. When are you going to graduate? You're the only one in the family who hasn't graduated college yet. What are you doing with your life? Why is it taking you so long? And I snap at my mom and
Nah, senora. Not right now. Not this.
I say, well, it's your fucking fault.
Holy fuck. You're the one in the fucking bed. Imagine.
If I didn't have to take care of you all the time, I could get on with my life.
Oh,
so I get angry at
shit.
my mom. I tell her all these things, and then I leave.
No.
And before I leave, I tell her, I'll call you tonight at 11 when I get home, because I was going to go out with somebody.
No, please don't say she... No.
11 comes, and I take out my phone, and I say, I'm going to give her a call. And then I think, no, I was really mad at her when I left. Let me just let the night pass, let her forget about it, and I'll talk to her in the morning. Around 2 a.m., I got the phone call from the hospital saying that she had coded, that they were in active CPR to bring...
No, dude, that's a... Oh, man. That's the worst thing, bro. No. That's why, dude, my mom always used to tell me, like, before we leave the house, no matter what, no matter if we're mad at each other, happy with each other, we still gotta hug each other and say, bye. Because you never fucking know, dude. You never fucking know.
back. In May of 2016.
Oh, shit. That's it? Where was it?
I walk into the room and I see blood everywhere. Like, everywhere. There's like a pool of blood on the floor. There's blood in my mom's face. There's blood coming out of her nose. There's blood coming out of her mouth. There's blood coming out of her ears. There's blood coming out of her eyes.
Holy shit.
All I see is the doctor just doing CPR and like 6 people just surrounding her bed, and they're trying to save her life. And I see the yellow, or I forgot the cut. I see the DNR bracelet, because my mom had said, I never want to be in a coma again. If I ever die, let me die. And I'm just in shock at this point, and I'm standing off to the side and I'm just watching. And that's when they noticed me, and they're like, whoa, who are you? I said, I'm the daughter. I'm calm as a cucumber, and I'm just watching them save her life. And then they didn't. I very calmly say, she had a DNR. They tell me, you need to wait outside. They take me outside, and I just wait, because in my mind, I'm like, oh, she's gotten code blues before. She'll be fine. She'll come back. They do the brain activity test, and they bring back the images, and the whole image is just gray, meaning there was 0 brain activity. They say this, and I faint. We call everyone from the family. Everybody comes to say their goodbyes. We unplug, and she passes away. The last time I ever spoke to my mother, I told her that life would be easier if she were not in it.
Damn. She's probably living in guilt, dude.
And for many, many years, I struggled with that. I still struggle with that. Never be the last time you talk to somebody or walk away from somebody. Don't let it be when you're mad, because you never know what's going to happen to that person.
Yeah.
And you never know if that's going to be the last time that you see somebody. And that was the last time that I ever saw my mom physically. I walk into the room.
Damn. I don't know it was going to be this sad, man.
We unplug, and she passes away. And I never really got to apologize or have the moment with her. So my cousin tells everybody to
No, she didn't, Henry. Calm down. She did not.
leave the room. And she says, give Andreina some time so that she could say goodbye. And so I sit in the room and I say goodbye to my mom. And I apologize for everything. And A nurse comes in and she tells me, "You've been here for a really long time. You need to leave." I say, "I'm not ready yet." She says, "Look, the morgue is here. They're here to pick up the body. The expired patient is what they called her. And you need to be able to leave." And I said, "I can't leave. I physically cannot leave yet until I've had a moment with my mom." I don't remember the next part. I know I stepped out of the room. I don't know why I stepped out. I decide I just need one more hug, one more kiss. I need to just touch her one more time. So I walk back into the room. She is in a body bag already. It's this black, giant, zippered body bag. And so for some reason, my brain says, maybe she's not dead. Just check. And so I unzip the body bag, and obviously she's there. She's dead. I should have never done that. Because of the guilt that I carried,
dude.
I had a recurring nightmare where I would unzip the body bag and like she would like pop out at me saying that I never apologized, or she would say, "You did this to me." And it was just that guilt of, man, the last time I ever spoke to my mother, I told her that life would be easier if she were not in it.
Damn, poor girl, dude. Poor girl. My father asked for a paternity test. No fucking way.
Dade County Courthouse. This is the day that my father took my mom to court to say that we were not his daughters. I remember this day because my mom took my sister and I out of school early, and we had perfect attendance, K through 12. She took us out of school early, and we took a bus ride all the way to downtown to the Dade County Courthouse. And when we got there, I remember asking my mom, "What are we doing here?" And she said, she was always very honest with us. So she said, "Your dad needs your blood so that we can check if he is really your dad. It's just for us to confirm."
Damn, that mom was on it.
Because he says you guys are not his daughters, but the court needs blood in order to make him pay child support. Because again, we were very poor. We were on Section 8 housing, food stamps. My dad was an asshole for that because my mom was a virgin when she met him. And he knew that. And either way, still, I went to court to say that we weren't his daughters. And one of the reasons that I remember that day so well is because my mom always wanted to make the days special for us. So after we finished at court, she just made it a fun day. We just went all around downtown, and we just looked. We were window shopping. We had a blast with my mom that day. So though I do remember not understanding as a child what it meant that we had to prove we were his daughters, I understood that it was something negative. My mom turned something negative into something positive by making sure my sister and I had a fun day with her instead of it just being a day that we went to court. This process really has made me fall in love with my mom as a person, something that I did not appreciate when she was alive. Dade County.
Damn. So did he end up being your dad or no? Really fucking sad. I hope she's doing good, man. I really hope she's doing well.